Hey everyone, I'm Casey and welcome to Try Gardening. Did you know that you can grow your own herbal teas at home, indoors? And not only are you going to save a bunch of money from buying the prepackaged stuff in the stores, but you're also going to get fresh and delicious tasting teas. So join me today as I show you how simple it is to get started making your own indoor herbal tea garden. Okay, we're about to get into it, but before we get started, if you like what we're sharing here, please subscribe to the channel below, and so you don't miss out on any amazing content in the future. And a big shout out to my girl McWavy for the amazing music as always. If you like what you hear, you can check her out at the Spotify link below. Okay. Imagine being able to step into your own cozy retreat, surrounded by lush greenery and soothing aromas of fresh herbs, and then just being able to brew your own perfect cup of herbal tea whenever you want. Now, I love being able to walk a few steps, pluck some sprigs off my herbs, and take it right to the kettle. If that's your dream, I'm here to help you get started. So let's go over some of the challenges people face and what you can do to overcome them. Okay, challenge number one, limited space. So we often think we need a big backyard or a sprawling garden to grow our own herbs, but the truth is you can grow them in even the smallest of spaces. So whether it's a windowsill, a balcony, or even a tiny corner in your kitchen, with a little creativity, you can turn it into a thriving tea garden. So I'm going to be getting a very cool plant shelf in the near future that has built-in grow lights, and I'll show it to you after I set it up, and maybe it'll give a little inspiration for you for what you can do in your own home. Challenge number two, enough light. So many herbs need bright, direct light to photosynthesize and grow, but not all of us have a sunny south-facing window, and myself included. So don't worry. With grow lights like these, I'm putting them one of these corners here, you can supplement the lights that your plants need. So one of my grow lights is a tripod, which makes it very portable, and they're full spectrum LED lights. You also have ones that you can screw into shelving. I'll be putting up a few of those in the near future as well. There's so many options for you to choose from. There's bound to be one that meets your needs too. Challenge number three, care requirements. So what do I mean by care requirements? Well, herbs need regular watering, pruning, and fertilizing to stay healthy, but it's not rocket science. So here's some basic principles to go by to get started, and then you can always adjust these as you get to know your plants better. Okay, so for watering herbs, a good rule of thumb is the finger test. So stick your finger in the pot, and if it feels dry about an inch down, it's probably time to water. Okay, for pruning, don't take more than a third of the plant at any one time. You're going to put stress on your herbs that way. You do want to clip them ever so often to encourage more growth though. So if you have extras, now is a good time to share with a neighbor who maybe likes to cook or enjoys teas as well. So yeah, I'm sure you'll make friends that way. Okay, and finally for nutrients, search around for a good fertilizer. One that I really like, and I'm not affiliated with them, but it's Fox Farm. So and then you want to use the correct one at each stage. So if you're growing from seeds, this one is a great one to get started with because it won't burn your plants. But then once you get established, using one that's higher in nitrogen like this one, see there, is really good if you're focusing on herbs that are growing green foliage like basil or rosemary. And then you're going to want to switch to this one right here when you're trying to grow out flowers like chamomile and calendula. But they do have directions on the back for you to follow, so you'll be all set there. Challenge number four, pests. So pests can be a real nuisance when growing herbs indoors. From spider mites, to mealybugs, these tiny critters just can wreak havoc on your plants. But as long as you take proper measures, such as treating the plant when you first notice signs of trouble, and really keeping good plant hygiene, you can minimize problems like these. But I'll show you some remedies in future videos that you can use as well. Okay, so let's talk about some herbs that you can grow for your indoor tea garden. There's just so many options that you can choose from. But mint is a great choice for beginners as it's really easy to grow and can actually thrive in partial shade. I have peppermint and mojito mint growing right now. So lemon balm is another popular choice for its light citrusy flavor, and lavender as well. It's another favorite of mine, known for its calming properties. And of course, we cannot forget about holy basil, the queen of all herbs, in my opinion, with its light, like slightly spicy flavor and really just all around healing properties. It's a must have for any indoor tea garden. So those are just some of my favorites, but I'm going to put a list here for you of a few more herbs that would be perfect for an indoor tea garden, including the ones that we just chatted about. So you can see those here. Finally, let's take a look at a freshly potted lavender plant as an example of how to transplant one. So notice the size of the pot here. I could have chosen one that was a little bit bigger, but this is a good start. So I'm going to be growing it in an unglazed terracotta pot. So there's no chance of any chemicals leaching into it since I will be consuming it. I added a really good quality potting soil. Again, love the brand Fox Farm and their potting soil mix that they have. I think it's Happy Frog. And then really, yeah, I just tucked the lavender into the soil here and gave it a good watering, and boom, we're done. So if you didn't want to grow any plants, any of your herbs from seeds, getting transplants from your local nursery is a great way to get started. So yeah, I'm going to let this one settle into its new home, let the roots start growing, but in a couple weeks I'll start using it in my herbal teas. I'll just snip off a few of the leaves and add some hot water, and boom, I'm in for a treat. So there you have it. Creating your own indoor herbal tea paradise is a journey, not a destination. It takes time, patience, and practice, but the rewards are well worth it. Again, just imagine being able to step into your own little slice of heaven, surrounded by the sights and sounds and the aromas of nature. It really is a feeling like no other, and it's something I would love for you to experience too. So just follow the simple steps and tips that we went over and just get started. You can create your own herbal tea paradise that brings you joy and peace and tranquility every day. So if you have made it this far, thank you so much for watching. I'd love to hear from you in the comments below. What's your favorite herb to grow indoors? And what's your go-to herbal tea recipe? Love to hear those. If you're new here, consider subscribing for more videos on herbal recipes, indoor gardening tips, and DIY projects. Yeah, so thanks again, and I'll see you in the next video.